So this is gonna be a bit of a cozy one. I think I'm probably just gonna rant a lot this week. It's just one of those weeks. I was not in the mood for anything. I pretty much just stayed in bed. I didn't have the energy to do anything. I didn't want to play games. I didn't want to do any writing or drawing or making or rough. But yeah, let's just start. I'll get the 5 out of the way and then I can complain. I went to Kyoto just to force myself to get outside of the house. I went to, some electronic shops and just I like looking at the new tech. I find it very interesting to see what the current tech is and, just see all these new displays and all the new smartphone technology and stuff. And I find it really cool just looking at all that kind of stuff. So it was just like, I want to get out of the house. I literally have spent all week in bed. And I was like, I think it was like 10 in the morning, and I was like, I have to go right now. So I just put clothes on, I walked out the door, I walked to the train station, and I didn't even have a destination in mind. I just took the first train that arrived. It just happened to be going to Kyoto, so I was like, well, I'm going to Kyoto then. And I just walked around some shops. And I bought some stickers to finish my laptop. I needed 3 more stickers, so I'll put a picture up here of my laptop with all the stickers on it. I think it looks pretty cool, so I'm very happy with it. Let's go. Make. I made a few more models. I made a lantern that I think looks really fucking sick. I made some more floors and just general decoration stuff like a shelf and some jars and some herbs and a pestle and mortar and a cauldron. And I made quite a lot of stuff this week actually. But the level I showed from last week, I'm deleting the whole fucking thing. I was originally just gonna throw together random rooms that just, look, here's this room is this themed, this room is this themed. But I want to make it more believable. So I'm gonna build an actual house, so you can learn the layout of the fucking house and you know what rooms are where and what doors go where. And I think that'll be more interesting to explore, and I can have hints for puzzles in this room, and then you go to this room and you can get to learn where things are, right? So let's say you go into a room and one of the puzzles is hey, you need this herb, and you're like, oh, I remember seeing this in this room or something, right? I also think it just helps make it better for world building. Instead of just random rooms that just happen to be connected. I think having a believable space is just going to make it far more enjoyable and interesting to play. So I scrapped everything I had done so far, and I haven't started again yet, but I did make a lot of models, so I'm getting super, super, super close to all the models I think that I need. So once I've finished making all the models, it's just a case of make. So that's fine. What else? Go, make, learn. So I sat and I spoke to one of my close friends who's an animator, and we sat and spoke for hours and we discussed my models and we talked, and they gave me a lot of tips and hints of ways that I could improve my models and a bunch of the technical side to make it, the performance of the game better, and little tricks I can do to just save memory and stuff when inside of the game to just make it run better. They also gave me some tips about just animation in general. And so now I think that I have an idea of how I want a game to be animated, and I think some of the ideas that I discuss with them I think are really cool. So if I can manage to like animate the way that we spoke about it, that'd be fucking super cool. I haven't begun to start the animation yet, but I did, you know, we discussed it. I watched one quick tutorial, like I was bedridden because I was depressed, but I did learn a lot about making better models and how to make them less taxing, like, you know, better optimized, that's the word. So, you know, you know, I'm happy about that, and fortunately the models I made weren't too bad, so that's good. Make, go, learn, try. I went to a import shop because I wanted to just buy some like little creature comforts, and I bought I like Terry's Chocolate Orange, and they had a dark Terry's Chocolate Orange, which I've never eaten before, and so I was like, I'm not feeling super adventurous. I know I like Terry's Chocolate Orange. Let's try this dark one. It sucked. I fucking hated it. Like 2 out of 10. Like, just garbage. I don't mind dark chocolate, to be fair. Like, dark chocolate isn't the worst. I don't hate dark chocolate, but this dark chocolate Terry's Orange was garbage. I'm never gonna make that mistake again, and I'm just gonna stick to milk chocolate and not even bother wasting my time. But it was something new. It was a waste of money. I'm gutted, because, you know, I was just fucking feeling sad this week, and I was like, oh, Terry's Chocolate Orange, and oh well, whatever, it's fine. I now know that I don't like it. You know, if I had never bought it, I would never have known. So it's not the end of the world. It's the last one. Like, I'm kind of recovering. I still have like a bit of a cough. I'm like probably 90% back. My voice is much better, but still coughing, a little bit of phlegm, like mostly back. But yeah, I washed my sheets like 2 times this week because it was just like my nose was so blocked, and I would wake up in the middle of the night with the driest mouth because my mouth is open, and fucking spit is just dribbling down my face, soaking my fucking pillow and stuff, and I'm just like, this is gross. This is fucking gross. So I was like, no, I'm not fucking around. I'm just gonna wash this shit again. And I took a lot of baths this week, because I just wanted to laze around. So it's just like, I don't want to stand in the shower. I can just sit in the bath for like 30 minutes, watch an episode of an anime or watch some YouTube or something, and just chill in the bath and just relax. So I had to wash my bath, you know, properly after every time. So bath and bedding, like, was my main dues this week. And yeah, now I'm gonna complain. So in January, well, actually, back in September, when I first bought my bike, the day I bought it, it rained super hard. So I was cycling back, and my phone was in my backpack, and it was inside like a sandwich bag. Like, it wasn't like just raw dog in it. It was like in a sandwich bag. But clearly when I was cycling, or maybe I didn't seal it properly, or it doesn't really matter, it's not important. But basically, end of story, it got water damaged. And I took my kitchen knife and I rammed it in the side, because, like, you know, the screen wasn't turning on. It was completely dead. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna tear the screen off. So I used my knife. You know, I watch a lot of tech videos taking phones apart and stuff. So I was like, right, I know if I just like use just the tip of the knife and I'm super slow and careful about it, I can like, you know, really carefully remove this thing. So I like, you know, removed the screen, I opened it up, and I like used a towel and stuff to just like dry the inside, and I put it underneath my aircon and put the heating on to like, you know, blast it and help dry it out. And like after 3 days, the thing turned on somehow. The screen worked. There was a little bit of a yellow tint, but for the most part, it worked. And so I just used an elastic band. I'll put some pictures here because it's hilarious. And so it kind of worked. And in January, I was going to the bakery, and so I was cycling on my bike, and you know, my phone is held together by an elastic band, so it's not very waterproof. And it fell out of my pocket, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not raining, but it fell out of my pocket, bounced not once, but fucking twice, and then into like a little irrigation drain thing, and I was just like, oh my god. And there was like, I don't know, like 2-3 inches of water, and I was just like, well, this is just dead. This isn't waterproof. It's held together by an elastic band. It's fully submerged. And so like I just nonchalantly, super slowly, just got off my bike, climbed down into the drain, picked my phone up, fucking just put it in my pocket, went to the bakery, and just, you know, came back, and the phone still works, but there's like a black thing in the bottom quarter of the thing. It recognizes the pushes, but you can't see anything there, so it's not super usable. And sometimes it randomly just inputs like random inputs. The back glass is now completely fucked, and I don't really trust charging it. I mean, like, I could use it, but so now I'm using this. This is like an old iPhone that I had, and I hate iPhones. They are the most it's so infuriating. This phone is so unusable. It makes me furious. Like, for some reason, it won't let me tether my SIM. I don't get it. Like on with my old Android, I could tether the thing. Maybe I have to like call the SIM company and ask them to enable it for iPhone or something. I don't know, but it's really bothering me that I can't do that. I don't know what fault it is, if it's the iPhone, if it's the SIM, but whatever it is, it's pissing me off. So that means like I can't, you know, if I'm at work or something, I can't tether my laptop to the internet, so I have to do everything offline. Fine, whatever, it's not the end of the world. 2, I can't send fucking files over Bluetooth. Like, I get it, I could just download iTunes on my laptop, but I keep forgetting. And so when I'm trying to do stuff and like take pictures and like send videos from my phone to my laptop and vice versa, I keep forgetting iTunes. And so because I've had an Android for so long that, like, you know, an Android, I just connect it to Bluetooth and I send it. And this thing connects to my fucking PC, but it won't send the files because it doesn't have iTunes, and it refuses to send it without iTunes. And I can't put anything onto the iPhone either because I don't have iTunes. And so, like, and I don't remember my iTunes password, so even if I downloaded iTunes, I wouldn't be able to fucking transfer anything anyway, because the only way to recover your password is they lock your account for a month while they like verify your fucking shit. And I'm just like, oh my god. And fucking number 3, this phone, I've turned off auto brightness, I've turned off True Tone, and fucking like 20-30 times a day I have to adjust the brightness on the thing because it randomly changes brightness. And I'm like, I've turned auto brightness off. That should stop that shit. Oh, but then if you have True Tone on, it will automatically change brightness to keep the true color. So I turned that shit off. And then 3, I found out that I just Googled it, and apparently it doesn't even fucking matter if either of these two are off, because it just changes the fucking brightness if it feels like it. If the phone gets slightly hot, or if the phone thinks it's dark, it just does it anyway. And it's like, I set my phone to a specific brightness, because every time this fucking thing, if I don't notice that this thing has turned itself to 90% brightness, the battery dies in 3 hours. It's infuriating. Like, just like, oh my god, I fucking hate this phone. So I'm gonna look for a new phone. That was kind of half the reason I went to Kyoto. And fuck this iPhone. And Apple Maps, dog shit. There is no, it's useless. It doesn't have, like, I swear to God, there's no places marked on it. The map looks like fucking shit. It's borderline unreadable. It is just the most garbage, unusable app ever. Fucking Apple Translate, it doesn't even translate single words. It freezes. I've downloaded the language pack, because I was like, oh, maybe, like, it's like a fucking network thing. Still doesn't work. Fuck. So I'm gonna look at getting a new phone, because I hate this iPhone. And yeah, I don't know, this week I'm feeling it. It's one of those weeks where it's just like I'm just frustrated and upset and just feeling sorry for myself. So yeah, just wanted to rant. This is like a diary kind of thing for me, and just getting this kind of stuff out of my head is helpful for me. I know it's probably like, nah, it doesn't matter. Let's not be self-deprecating. So that's it. That's the 5 things. That's my little rant about iPhones, and just I'm sure I could have ranted about other things, but I don't want this video to go on for like 30 minutes. It's already long enough as it is. So thank you very much for watching. If you have, if you did anything this week, if you tried anything new, then please let me know. I'd love to hear it. And thank you very much again for watching. I know that you don't have to, but I really do appreciate that you take the time out of your day to sit and listen to me complain, or listen to the things that I did this week. That really means a lot to me. So thank you very much again for a 3rd time, and ciao.